We never left.
We never left. Yeah, we protect, we attack, but mostly we back.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
I stole it.
Oh, all right.
Good.
Well, never
but anyway,
mind.
Trey.
I take it back.
Okay, Trey, how's it going?
I have been in a magical, mystical David Cage Wonderland, Dan.
Oh, is it Detroit?
It is Detroit.
Are you becoming human?
Maybe. I haven't looked in the mirror in a while. Maybe I am becoming human.
Well,
Or
I'm
maybe
interesting to hear that.
Or maybe we're all becoming David Cage.
I mean, maybe. Did he go all out on this one? What's the phrase you patented when we talked about Beyond Two Souls?
Oh,
fuck you, David.
Fuck you, David Cage money.
Yes.
Do you have fuck you? 100%. This is like the culmination of all the fuck you money in the whole world.
David Cage has ascended.
Yeah, he is. He's like gone into like heaven and just like gotten a halo of David Cageisms because it's all there. The whole there's all sorts of David Cages in this game, and it is a beautiful. Hi everybody, it's Trey. But got our beautiful intro. But also, Detroit Become Human. It's a game. I played it. I beat it.
Oh, good. How'd you like it?
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot, though I will concede the fact that anybody who doesn't like David Cage games will hate this game, because it is all David Cage.
Didn't you not like David Cage games?
Oh, no. I love David Cage games, but I appreciate them despite the fact that they're all horrible messes. And they're not good games. He's not a good writer.
Gotcha. He just makes good...
I don't know, experiences, I guess, because these wouldn't be good movies either. Like he likes to think of himself like as an auteur of like some sort of director, but like these would be horrible movies if it weren't for like the novelty of them being games.
Yeah, well, aren't the movies just kind of like three basically iRobot kind of short stories?
Sort of, yeah. Some of them are more iRobot-y than others. The detective one comes to mind because that's like a lot of that is like ripped directly from iRobot, like whole cloth. But yeah, like you follow 3 different androids. You've got Kara, who's like the wannabe mother android. You've got Marcus, who is like he's owned by a rich guy, and minor spoilers, but things don't go right, and he ends up starting a revolution or some biz. And then you follow Connor, who's my least favorite character. Well, he's just an asshole all the time, and he's a cop, I guess. He's an android that hunts other androids because there's these things called deviants, and basically deviants are androids that have like started getting emotions.
So they're the ones becoming human.
Yes, they are the ones Detroit Becoming Human.
I was going to say, is there any particular reason, speaking of the name of the game, that's like why it's in Detroit?
I don't really know, other than like it's like the Motor City. I think that's kind of like it's like the capital of industry.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's kind of like the whole, because there's like little mini documentaries you can unlock in the game, and one of them was all about them traveling to Detroit. And David Cage, being the Frenchman he is, comes to Detroit and he's like, "It's perfect! It's all run down, just like I want! I'm David Cage! Emotions!"
David Cage? Are you feeling emotions? Do you feel them?
I'm not sure he does feel them. I'm not convinced. This might just be an autobiography.
Huh. It's just the story. These are all things that have happened to him.
Have happened in David Cage's life, yes.
Yeah, he's just a time traveler who's returned to us from another time.
Some time-traveling android. He's like, "I must tell them the story of my people!"
Yeah, he tried to ease us in with Beyond Two Souls. He's like, "Oh, also, everybody's gonna get one of these in the future."
Also, ghosts are real. Not really related to the whole robots thing, but ghosts happen.
Yeah,
and
ghosts.
Origami Killer, he's real.
And what was his other one?
Was he
Heavy Rain?
Origami Killer's from Heavy Rain. And Indigo Prophecy, which I didn't play, but I've seen. There's big old psychic bugs or something. I don't know. David Cage is weird. But, but I guess it's not really a game in the traditional sense. I will say one big achievement of the game that I really liked was the fact that there are so many different endings and choices in this game. Like, I don't think any other game has ever had like a story that can vary as much as this one can, depending on the choices you make or like the things you mess up on.
Mm-hmm. And it doesn't play like more visual novelty, does it?
No. It's like you're playing a movie for the most part, but like there's a lot of quick time events. Like you do quick time events for basically everything. It's like a David Cage staple. Like even before QuickTime events were a thing, Indigo Prophecy was like you did like a DDR game to do all this stuff. Mm-hmm. DDR isn't like you follow like Simon Says.
Yeah.
But and like all of his games have had like use the twin sticks to balance or like press buttons or like move the stick to open the door. It's very gimmicky, but at the same time it keeps you in the moment. I guess I think that's the main reason they do it is so like you don't just like sit back and just actually just watch it. Like you're there, and like especially when in action scenes, like it gets really intense because like if you mess up a quick time event, you could like die. So
yeah, no, I can get that. I don't know. They might not be kinda for me, but I did like. Oh shit! What was it? Time travel, butterfly, Life is Strange.
Oh, Life is Strange.
Yeah, I did like Life is Strange.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, it might be. I'd say I think people should give it a try, especially if they don't hate David Cage style games. Like, you should watch some of his other games. Like watch the beginning of a playthrough of Heavy Rain and like be like, or like Beyond, and be like, if that seems like something you'd enjoy, it's very much still that. So if you don't enjoy that, like it's a very slow opening, but like I can't stress enough how different playthroughs can get, because me and Garrett both beat the game, and I was talking to him about his playthrough, and my ending was almost nothing like his ending, except for one character who had like a similar ending.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting. I can kind of...
it was completely different. Like, it wasn't even close to the same. And like, if one of your characters dies, the story will continue, stuff like that.
Oh, really okay. I didn't see. When it's like the game over, I thought it would be like restart the level, not like, hey, if this guy dies.
No. Like, even if all three characters dies, you get an ending. Mm-hmm.
That's some Nier Automata shit right there.
Yeah, boy. There's not 26 endings like Nier Automata, but
but there's close.
Yes, there are a lot of things in the game, and like you can approach this. You can approach things completely differently. Like there's a part fairly in the first 2 or 3 hours of the game where again, minor spoilers. I won't like get any further than this. It's like it's you've probably seen it if you've seen like even the start of the game. But you're in a house as Kara, and like this dad's abusive, and he's gonna beat his daughter. And in the very first section, you're tidying the house, so you find a gun, and you can do different things depending on the choices there. There's like 6 or 7 endings to that scenario alone.
Jeez. Yeah, and then that plays into a bigger
like
thing.
The ending I got was I knocked him out and then ran away. But like there's an ending where you can shoot him. There's an ending where Kara can shoot him, which is what Garrett got. There's an ending where you just lock the door and escape through the window, stuff like that. Like you can go through the back door of the house, or the front door of the house, and that changes like where you end up.
Yeah. No, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's very. I thought it was very interesting. Like this, like it's a good game, kind of in spite of the writing, I guess. Like there's some interesting moments too. Like I won't say the writing's all bad. Like I think a lot of people seem to think that the writing is all bad, but I think they're being a little over dramatic. I think because like. I feel like some things get really stupid sometimes. Like, there's a part with, like, lesbian robots that I thought was, like, the epitome of David Cage.
I'm making a statement!
It's like, there's the emotions! Do you feel it yet? Do you feel emotions? I'm David Cage! That was basically that. Like I and there's one moment at the very end of the game. I won't spoil it, but it made both me and Garrett go, David Cage, David.
That sounds about right.
It was very much like a "oh you" moment because like it was so stupid and so tropey. But it was actually funny. It was just like wow. And you might not even get that moment, like depending on how you get the story. But like, it's just like wow, David Cage.
Just he pops up. Well, guys, I did it again.
You caught me.
Yeah, but
Wah, 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 wah.
But yeah, I guess that's that can kind of segue in. Did you have any more to say on that, or?
No, it's a good game if you like David Cage games. Also, it's gorgeous.
That's what I will say. It looks beautiful.
Jaw-droppingly beautiful. I have never seen facial capture this good before.
That's the only thing I know about that game is it's David Cage, and it looks really pretty.
Oh, Sony just threw the kitchen sink at this game. I think they know David Cage games sell well.
Yeah.
They have a very specific audience, but they sell very well.
Yes, they do. But I finished a game recently that both of us have a lot, both of us like a lot, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Because for the dumpster goblins who have been along for the journey, I've been replaying all the Mass Effect games, and I did just beat recently again Mass Effect 3, and for the first time I played all the DLC with it too, and I have some opinions on that game. Also, I will say I was wrong. So, I think 2 episodes ago, or whenever I was first starting to play it, I said, like, oh yeah, this game isn't living up to what I expected. And I think all that really is because the first 3 or so hours of that game, your squad mates you're stuck with are James Vega, who's why is he in that game? What's the point of him?
Why couldn't they honestly, they could have just given you Jacob or something. Like,
I would have preferred Jacob.
Like, if you're gonna get boring human squad mate, why not just give you Jacob?
Oh my god, that actually, quick segue. So I think you told me about the series where the guy does like the whole big retrospectives on the Mass Effect series, right? Yeah, yes. I just loved his part for Mass Effect 2. He's like, yeah, and all of your squad mates, except Jacob, have these unique and dynamic backstories.
Yep. Oh, poor Jacob.
I mean, yeah.
He just got left in the dirt. Even his story in 3 was kind of endearing, like the whole nurse storyline. Even if it was like they spent like 10 seconds figuring that one out, and they're like, Jacob gets
Jacob has baby.
Yeah, Jacob has baby is interesting story.
The only part with that story that's really actually kind of good is if you were femshep and romanced Jacob in part 2, it's like this whole like bitter tension thing. It's kind of cool, and then you can either work through their relationship and stuff.
Okay. Oh, really?
You can work through like the fact that they're not together anymore. And if you have the Citadel DLC, you can smack him in the face.
Oh, really? Damn. I guess that's kind of cool. I like that.
But anyway, no, what was I saying? So yeah, no, the squad mates you have are Vega, who is like, hey guys, we rode a Mexican. And Cortez is honestly a better Vega for that than Vega.
Yeah, why couldn't he be your squad mate?
Because he's gotta fly the ship.
What else?
Yeah, but then, you have Cortez and Liara, and I think Liara is boring. Like, between all 3 games... I would agree with that. Yep, for all 3 games, I think she's boring.
I've really tried to romance her, and she is so boring. Like, I think the Shadow Broker DLC was the best she ever got.
Yeah, and that's just because she was like, I'm gonna be a sassy quit machine, but...
Yeah, and like they have like the little relationship arguments while you're like flying the ship and stuff. Not that was interesting. I was like, oh, that's kind of cute. But like she's not an interesting character.
Yeah,
though.
You can also have. Oh, I forgot. Until they get mild spoilers for the beginning of Mass Effect 3. It's a 5-year-old game. Play it. But you could also have Caden or Ashley for a while until they get face stomped. They live, but you have them for a while. So basically, the characters you start with are all boring. Basically, the game's really boring until you get Garrus back.
Yeah, and Tali back.
Well, Tali you don't get until a good chunk of the way through the game.
I know, but it's when you get Garrus, it's pretty good. I feel like a lot of the characters you get like in the latter half of that game are really, really well done, if I remember correctly. Like it's just really, it's like those good reunion moments.
Yeah.
So
getting to grow it up with like, Garrus.
Fiction.
Yeah, Tali.
Yeah.
What am I thinking? But no, so basically, like I think the game does live up. I still think it's a really, really good game, but I'm going to put a big asterisk real quick. I also think some of the best parts of the game are DLC, which I hate.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. Because I've never played any of the DLC for that game, and I've heard that like it almost feels like they took it, like they sliced off a big chunk of the game and just like gated it behind DLC.
Yeah,
which is a very EA thing to do.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like BioWare have been doing that for years, and nobody seemed to have been like giving them crap for it until recently.
Yeah. Well, I remember I didn't remember this, but apparently people were pissed that Javik, the Prothean character you can get as DLC, because he's pretty important and a cool character.
No, I never got him, and I never got any of the story associated with him, which is a really important story.
100%, Trey. I think you should replay 3. Even if you want to just play 3, I have the Genesis comic, so the DLC thing, so you don't have to replay 1 and 2. You don't get as much stuff.
I might just replay 2 and 3 again.
Yeah. The only thing is that you do miss out on some of the stuff that carried. This was a weird effect for me. So it was like cathartic to see some storylines from Mass Effect 1 play out all the way till 3, but like the fact that I wasn't like, I'm not a big a fan of playing Mass Effect 1, but it's like the fact of basically there's like the mission in 3 where you have to stop the Hanar counselor or something with a Hanar ambassador who's actually evil, and just when Shepard goes, "You big stupid jellyfish," it's just it's good.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
But I guess I'll just touch on real quick. I think like I said, the DLC it's hit or miss, kind of. Omega was forgettable, but it's like, you can be Renegade and play with Arya.
Like, that I was never interested in that.
Yeah, I mean, I got it because you have to buy it all as a pack. Really, I just wanted Citadel and Javik, but you have to buy it all as a pack. Oh, Leviathan.
What about Leviathan?
I didn't care about Leviathan. Like, it was kind of cool to play through, and it also, like, the fact that you get 2 extra lines when you talk to the AI at the end of the game about, like, I met your creator. Isn't that cool? And it's just like, I guess that's cool. It doesn't, like, change anything in the grand scheme, if that makes sense.
Right.
Pretty much meet a fucking elder god, like an eldritch horror.
Yeah.
Like, you meet Cthulhu, and you sit down and have a face-to-face talk with Cthulhu.
and how does that go?
Yeah, kind of dumb. Like, it felt hackneyed. It felt like they had this good idea almost, but I don't know. But let's talk about the real winner here. The reason to play the DLC is to get the Citadel DLC, because at that point,
because at that point you're in it. You're in it if you're doing that, and you got to get all that fan service.
I was gonna say at that point, I think BioWare knew that they were just like, oh man, guys, we screwed the pooch with Mass Effect 3 with some of this stuff. So they were just like, all right, floor to ceiling fan service. And then a lot of cool extra scenes with all the characters. Not even like the squadmates, but like the squadmates from 2. You can also I didn't play around with it a lot because I didn't care, but there's a combat simulator that you can use where you can have all of the people from 2 as squadmates again.
That's kind of cool.
It's kind of fun, and there's like achievements for it, but like it's fun. It's campy.
Yeah, I know 2 had a DLC kind of like that. It wasn't as big and fleshed out as that sounds. It was just like a combat.
Oh no, I think you're thinking of 1 Pinnacle Station.
I think it was 1 and 2 too. I remember getting there, and you had to like beat the highest scores of everyone there. Maybe that was 1. I don't remember.
I think that was 1 because there was Pinnacle Station, which I just didn't play.
I didn't do it either. I went there I did 1 mission and I stopped, and I was like, I'm not interested.
Yeah, but no, it's pretty fun. But yeah, no, the Citadel. Also, it's just like it's all in jokes, and maybe that's just it. It's like it was just fun, campy space adventure for me, but.
Yeah, like I mean, I think that at that point you've spent like 80 plus hours in that universe at that point. Like of course you want to just like hang out with your pals for like one last time.
Yeah, you just want to see everybody, or see like apparently that's one of those things where like the party can, even if like depending on how you pick out different options for it, the party at the end you can get all these different interactions that I didn't get, but I've been watching just videos because it's fun to like see it. So there's like, Garrus and Zaid can be bros and booby trap your apartment, or Garrus and Tally will hook up in your bathroom. So, I don't know. It's good. I'll put it at that. I don't know if there's too much else I can say on Mass Effect I haven't already ranted on with the other 2 series, but... Yeah,
3 was a good game. I think it got a better out.
And then I can go into, I was like in my conquest to finish out the Mass Effect series, I started playing Andromeda. And
oh boy, and did you have a good time there?
I can't get invested, but I realized it. So it's almost like if I would pick up Mass Effect 1 right now for the first time, and it just tries to throw all this stuff at me, but Mass Effect 1 eases you into it. Andromeda's just like, hey, here's a bunch of shit on aliens.
Yeah, pretty much.
It also, like, this is kind of, I think, a bad thing it does, but it assumes you already know about, like, the Krogan, Asari, Solarian, and Turians. But I was just like, okay, what if I was brand new to Mass Effect, picked up Andromeda because I heard it's like, oh, I don't have to play the other 3.
Yeah, and then you just become super confused.
Yeah, you're just like, what are all these aliens? Also, like, a lot of the stuff with the alien species don't make sense.
Like the different arcs or whatever?
Just like stuff from the other universe. So it's just like the Krogan person who runs the station you dock at. It's apparently like, oh, apparently Krogans are just scientists now.
Yeah, that confused me. Like, especially considering how big a deal they made of Krogan females in 3.
Yeah.
Like, there's just a Krogan female just is there now. They just she's a scientist, and she, like, it was just so, like, I don't hate the idea of a Krogan female scientist, but, like, why, like, it doesn't make sense. That's the problem. Like, it's like, oh, it's progressive or whatever, but it literally doesn't make sense.
For the aliens?
I don't know, but, like, that's what it struck me as. It's like, oh, they just wanted to make a female Krogan head scientist, and, like, they had an idea, but they just decided not to make sense of it. They were just like, oh, wouldn't that be interesting? And that's kind of how it felt for a lot of it. It's like, wouldn't this be interesting? And they didn't think how to interlock that with the lore at all.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel. And then
as somebody who's played like 5 hours of that game and then just stopped, I guess maybe it gets really interesting later. I don't know. That's
almost what I want to do. Is I need to just suspend, I don't want to call it suspend disbelief at this point, but just like go in open-minded as possible, because I already went in and I'm just like bitching and moaning about everything. Also, again, it's the same problem I had with Mass Effect 3. The first 2 squadmates you get are boring and stupid.
I hate both of them.
Yeah, they don't do anything.
I hate them so much.
And at least in Mass Effect 1, like, yeah, you were stuck with Kaidan and Ashley for one planet, and then it's like, boom, you get Rex, boom, you get Garrus, boom, you get Tali. Here's the 3 best squadmates you'll have in any game ever.
Yeah, pretty
much. Except for, like,
It's
Legion.
like, hey, Garrus and Tali, you want to just be with me for the whole forever?
Yes.
Good.
Yes,
all right.
I love them. They're great. Also, Tali's the best romance option, because she's just a big dork.
Pretty much. I don't think I would dare somebody to find a better one.
But Miranda's hot. And Ashley is also hot.
Is a racist.
A space racist.
Is a space racist.
Or, you know,
I hate Ashley.
Just have your Shepard be super gay. And
yeah,
you can have Cortez. Or apparently Kaidan. Even though Kaidan wasn't gay in Mass Effect 1, so explain that.
Well, then he learned. Then he had his own adventure. Now he swings both ways.
Good for Kaidan.
Yeah.
But anyway,
I hate Kaidan. I don't think they even plan for Kaidan.
No, they never do.
Kaidan is like the least written character. He's not a character. What is Kaidan's story? They put a thing in me and I do psycho powers now. I'm Kaidan. This is literally it. That's it. You want more? There's nothing more. I get headaches.
Yeah, and then like Ashley, meanwhile, if you have her live throughout all the games, she's like, oh, my father is sick and I have to protect all my sisters and here's all this family drama and I'm slowly learning to not be a racist.
Yeah.
But she doesn't. Never be a racist.
I legitimately think that they just didn't, they just thought nobody would ever pick to save Kaidan on Vermeer or whatever.
Yeah, that's alright.
Like they just assumed everyone would just automatically pick Ashley because if Kaidan lives, he's like a cardboard cutout that they just kind of strut around on a stick.
Yeah, but he's my cardboard cutout.
He's not. I hate him.
I hate him less than Ashley.
True. I mean, I'm indifferent, I guess I should say. I'm completely... He might as well not be there. Ashley, I can at least actively dislike, because every single game I find a new reason to hate her.
Okay, actually, though, I will say this. I usually end up killing Ashley, too, because I don't usually romance anybody in Mass Effect 1, because I hate all the options, all 3 of them. So I just have my Shepard stand there lonely by the lockers at the end of Mass Effect 1.
I mean, that's probably what would actually happen. Like, let's be real.
Yeah, but no, I don't know. Then it's just it's gross. So okay, what was I saying? I was saying like Ashley one time I left her alive on Vermeer and then she became my romance option because I apparently wasn't just an asshole to her.
you didn't actively piss her off enough and she's that desperate, I guess. Or she's just that sad.
Yeah.
It's like,
no, the Mass Effect team was just like
you say 3 words to her, she shows up at your room naked.
No, that's like, basically what it was. It's like in the second dialogue option with her, I just like said the neutral option and she was like, "Oh well, Commander, we'll see about fraternizing later." And I was like, I'm gonna blow you the fuck up.
That was weird.
I don't know how to say this. I'm not interested. Nuke.
And bye-bye.
Yeah, but anyway, that's enough on good old affecting masses. It's a good game. I still like it. I think people should replay it with the DLC as much as I hate the fact that EA can do that.
I mean, I think that you should wait for a sale or buy it third party or something. I don't know. Don't pay EA. Don't
or
give
just
EA
ask
money.
for my login information for Origin.
Yeah, because they don't give a fuck.
Do they?
Not really. I use Austin's Origin all the time.
Okay.
If you're listening, yeah, don't do that. It's not as bad.
Well, I
don't
see,
use other
Trey,
people's
it's okay
accounts.
because we live at the same house, so it's on the same computer, right?
Exactly. Right?
Right. Anyway.
Right. Anyway, TV shows. We watched any of those?
Yeah, no, we can talk TV shows. Our challenge shows, positive ones.
Are good shows.
Yeah, since it's been a clean minute since we started watching those. Yeah, do we want to...
No, it hasn't. No, it hasn't, but there's been no time.
Yeah, no time left.
No time between episodes.
Okay, to be fair, you challenged me to watch Steins Gate, and I watched all of Steins Gate in about 3 days, including the new stuff.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, because you were gone on a trip, and you just mainline.
Yeah,
that
I was
shit.
just sitting in a hotel for work, and I was just like, well, guess I'll watch Steins Gate, and the whole thing. I was like, okay, actually, I did this. I was like, oh, I'll watch a couple more episodes to see like how hooked into it I get, and I watched 10 episodes in each of the 2 days. So I'm just like sitting, I'm sitting there like eating the takeout food I got and watching Steins Gate, and I'm just like, oh my god.
I know. I told you you'd like it.
Yeah, I think I told you this earlier, but I kind of want to put it on record. I think Steins Gate might kind of be in my top 10 shows now because that shit's good.
It's good, right? It's so fucking good.
Oh my god, yeah. No, and I'm not like, I'm not super big into sci-fi a lot of the time, but
yeah, I know. I mean, I gave you that. I said that knowing you didn't love sci-fi, but I just thought you'd enjoy it because it's a really good story.
Well, and the characters I like too. Like Okabe, he only does like one thing that I'm just like, that doesn't make sense. Which it's what's her name? Rukiko. It's when he changed it. Kinda spoilers for Steins. How old is Steins Gate? Like 10 years?
It's like 5 years.
I won't spoil it too hard, but it's when... I mean, it's not a super big spoiler. It's like a couple episodes in, but it's when he goes back in time and Rukiko becomes a female.
Right.
Yeah, but in the one episode, he's just like, oh, I can't just ask her if she's a boy or a girl. But then in the next episode, he just fondles her to figure out. He's like...
Oh, yeah,
you know the scene I'm talking about?
Yeah, I remember that scene. Oh my god, it is 10 years old. Holy shit.
Yeah, right?
Holy shit, Steins Gate Zero, the VN came out in 2015. The fuck?
You're welcome.
I'm sorry, I'm just, my mind is, I didn't realize it's been that long.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
It's been a decade.
2009. It came out in 2009.
Yeah, it's been a decade, so I don't feel as bad about spoiling some parts of it.
Yeah, sure.
I won't spoil the whole thing, but I mean, because it's all time travel fuckery.
Well, that was the video. That was the video game. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Know when it was released.
Probably 2010. I want to say.
Maybe.
We'll figure it out. Steins Gate anime came out in 2011, so it's 7 years old.
Okay.
Well, it finished in 2011. So yeah, it looks like it started in early 2011. Yeah.
Okay, that's okay. That's better.
So not a decade quite yet.
Yeah, but the story's been around for a decade.
Yeah. No, it's good. I like all the characters. There's some of the I like almost all the characters.
Oh, who do you not like? You mean
The cat girl. I just don't get. I know why she's there.
Oh, you don't like her. I didn't like her much. I thought the story with her dad was kind of interesting.
Yeah,
that kind of redeemed her a little.
Kinda. Let me put it this way: if I was playing the visual novel, I might have just picked her ending. If that makes sense. So it's just like, oh.
Well, you don't really... The way the visual novel works, I guess, let me give you a little primer. It's very confusing. There's a reason I got, like, the worst ending. Is because it's visual novel is that you're just playing a story, essentially. There's no real choices. The only choice you have is to answer your cell phone, and, like, what answers you can give via cell phone. That's it. Those are the only choices you get.
Okay.
And those don't affect... Like, they do radically affect the story, but they don't affect it in, like, a tangible way, like, in a way that made any sense to me. Like, someone will ask you what they should eat for dinner, and like I'm pretty sure it's actually a conversation you have with like one of the characters, and it's like they're talking about foods you like, and then you just answer something, and that could potentially have some ground shaking like differences. Like I got like I said, I got like the bad ending. I guess like I don't know if it's an ending where everyone dies, but there's an ending that made me really sad. I got a sad ending.
Yeah. Well, no, oh man, that show hits so many feelings.
Right? It is a very feeling show.
Just some of the stuff. It's okay. Basically, the last couple of episodes, were super good. I know, like the final episode where they go to America to see Karisu is kind of just fan service fillery nonsense.
Right.
But that last scene, spoilers for the last episode. And I guess I just said a spoiler earlier, depending on how you look at things. Spoilers for the last episode. Skip like a minute or two. But, okay, ready? But it's the last scene, Trey, where he's talking to Karisu on the back of her car, right? And it's just like, oh, let's figure out if they still like each other. And she's like, well, if you want to know how I feel. And I was like, just close your eyes. Say, close your eyes. Oh, do it. Oh, don't do it. And, oh, she's going to do it. And then she's like, just close your eyes. And I was like, oh! I like audibly screamed, like, not like
just like squeed
not like
a little
squeed,
bit.
not squeed. I was just like, yes! Like in my hotel room, like audibly.
Yes!
Yeah, so...
they really did a good job of making you like those two characters, especially liking them together. You really enjoy the time they spend together.
Yeah. I also really like Ladyboy, but
yeah, I like all of them. I like his fat friend. I like him too.
Taru.
Yeah, I thought his story was interesting. I didn't think it was as emotionally charged as the rest of it, but it was he has an interesting story.
Yeah, no, I liked it a lot. But the series is super well written. Jeez, what the fuck did I just say?
I
don't know. I don't know. But yeah, so story is super well written. And just I would recommend it to anybody. Like I said.
Yeah, I think it's real good. I think it's one of the better stories I've ever like played and or watched.
Yeah, and then you didn't challenge me to do this, but Steins Gate Zero.
Which I actually haven't watched any of it because I might like replay the visual novel or something and like get the true ending since I never did that.
I was gonna say,
I only played.
Let me put it this way, Trey. To watch all the series is about 12 hours. To replay the visual novel is about 60 hours. So if you want a cram session before you can start watching Zero,
yes,
or just I can give you my madman's ramblings of how I piece together the plot because time travel.
Right. I mean, yeah, time travel stories are always silly, but like I think the overarching plot, while is silly, I just think the characters are like glue the plot together so well that it kind of make it like you can get over some of the time travel shortcomings.
Yeah, I'm sure there's plot holes in that show that I completely missed. But whenever there's time travel,
same. I think I forgave. Like I think like even if I discovered them, I forgave them so quickly just because of the characters. I was so interested in what was happening that I didn't care like if the plot didn't make sense at points.
Yeah. Okay. No. But as far as plot things, there was one thing that came out of left field that I think is kind of it bugged me, and I didn't feel like it was like set up. I felt like they kind of did it as a twist just to have it, and it was kind of spoilers again, but the story where like their landlord was actually working for CERN the whole time.
Yeah, that was. I mean, I kind of got that. I kind of got the idea of it, even if I thought it was kind of like it almost felt like a twist just to have a twist.
Yeah, and it didn't feel like set up at all because like he can clearly hear them talking about time travel up there. So
right,
I don't know. But apparently, I was reading. Apparently, in the VN, like that story is a lot more fucked up because his daughter.
Yeah. There's some stuff about his daughter. I remember that, but it's kind of messed up.
Yeah, no, I just saw a still from it, and I was just like, oh.
Yeah, because like if I remember, because you have to like I played the VN like 8 years ago, so it's been a while. But if I remember correctly, I think it's something like he's been like routing power to the building from CERN for like ever because of that stuff with his daughter, and that's why like all the stuff worked in the first place.
Oh, see, I wasn't talking about that with his daughter. I was talking about the thing where like after he shoots himself. Apparently his daughter will go up to Okari and like hold a knife to his throat and say, I'm going to kill you in 13 years. And then
I don't remember
apparently that's a thing that can happen.
Maybe I didn't get that.
I think, yeah.
Like, maybe I didn't get that with it. I don't even think... I don't remember if he... Jesus Christ, it's been so long. I need to remind... Yeah. I need to, like, go through stuff again. Because, like, I remember, like, the major plot points, but I don't remember, like, the, like, little things.
Yeah, but in the VN, she just kind of doesn't do anything. Not VN, in the anime, she kind of doesn't do anything.
Anime, yeah.
She's just there to be cute. Except for that one time she pushed Mayuri into a train on accident. I also like how, like, again, kind of spoilers, but I asked you, oh, hey, Trey, this character's so innocent and pure. She's fucking dead, isn't she? And you're like, yep.
I was like, she may or may not be, because I couldn't be like, yes, because that's not entirely true.
Oh.
It's yes. It's like, yes.
But yeah, I think that's about all I can ramble on that series. Again.
All right, what would you rate it out of five toot-taroos?
5 toot-taroos.
Yeah.
Toot-taroo, 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 toot. 2. So like 4.5.
So 4.5.
Yeah, like again, I'm sure there's things wrong with that show, but I liked it way too much to.
Oh yeah, it was fantastic. Real good show.
Anyway, your show.
All right. Anyway, you gave me Dragon Maid, which I have watched all but 2 episodes of.
Really? Already?
I've been watching with Garrett, so I haven't watched it when he wasn't around because he really wanted to watch it again. So, yeah, it's funny. I actually really, because like I thought, because you said it wasn't really a comedy, but it seems very comedic. Like everything they do, like I almost like Hinamatsuri has had less comedy moments than like. The Dragon Maid does. It's because Hinamatsuri has like these big old feely type moments that Dragon Maid I didn't feel like had as many of.
Yeah, I guess what I can say on that, I think I'll wait till maybe the next time we record to talk about Hinamatsuri, because I did just watch all of that show and I love it.
Yeah.
I'll say that. But Hinamatsuri, so if I'm comparing Hinamatsuri and Dragon Maid to me feels more like if I'm putting them in terms of like sitcoms, Hinamatsuri kind of feels like I almost want to say like Scrubs, where the episodes are like it's like the people get into funny situations and then it'll sometimes just be like, oh, by the way, here's a feel good or like gut punch moment.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Whereas like Dragon Maid I'd say is something kind of like not How I Met Your Mother, but more in that style where it's like, oh, hey, there's a funny thing that happened. And then, like, sometimes it's like, oh, here's a nice heartfelt moment.
Yeah, there's a lot of good heartfelt moments. But, like, I feel like just pacing-wise, it seemed a lot more, like, 4-panel comedy a lot of the time.
Yeah.
And I guess I haven't given my opinion. I enjoy it a lot. I think it's good. I think it's a really good show. Not something I would probably watch on my own. Like, had you not prompted me, I probably would have never watched the show. But it's really pretty. It's really nice to look at. Like, it's a very pleasant to look at show. And, like, there are some incredibly funny moments, especially when, like, it, like, for whatever reason, the whole stranger in a strange land thing just never stops being funny for me. I'm not really sure why. Like, whenever there's, like, a dragonism that happens. Where it's like, haha, they don't know how to live in they're trying to be human type people. Haha. I don't know why. That's always funny. I don't admit.
Yeah, I get that.
Every time they do it, I always thought it was funny.
I mean, So I guess what I can say too is I'd have to rewatch it. It's been probably over a year now, and I've just crammed my brain full of so much weeb shit in the last year.
Right.
But I can't think of like a time when I laughed out loud watching Dragon Maid.
Oh yeah, there were several moments I had a lot of like Fafnir is really funny.
Okay, yeah, I did kind of like, I did get like the chuckle or like the nose snort from me, just like a
Maybe it's because I was watching it with Garrett and we kind of hyped each other up on it.
Yeah,
like maybe that sort of like
when Garrett starts laughing at something.
Yeah, it maybe it's the fact that we watched it together, but there were several moments where I was like crying laughing. I thought it was pretty funny.
Yeah, I will say it is kind of funny that what is it? The first what is it? The one time I laughed, it's like when Lukawa keeps getting kicked off the beach. I laughed a lot with Lukawa, maybe. Yeah, she has one. There's one joke about her, and I feel like you're either gonna love it or hate it. I thought it was funny. I just like her and the little wizard kid. I guess that's what I'd say. Like, yeah, I like the characters from that show a lot. The way they interact.
Oh, yeah, characters are fun. Yeah. I think the characters are fun. I'm not particularly attached to any of them, I guess. Mm-hmm. Except for Kobayashi. I think she's an adorable little troll.
Just a little gremlin.
I think she's a little gremlin. She's an adorable gremlin.
Yeah.
I don't really get the Kana love as much. I think Kana's alright. I don't understand why everyone's like obsessed with her.
She's a legal lolly.
Sure, I guess.
Timeless Trey.
Sure.
And she's also she does cute things.
Oh, sure. She does cute things. Coming into the show, I fully expected this character to just like if you listen to the internet, I fully expected this character to just like steal the show, and that never happened. Like I never even came close. I thought she was cute. I think that's about the beginning and end of Kana for me.
Yeah, but she has her sound, her little like oh.
Yeah, sure. She's a cute little girl.
Yeah.
She has a cute lesbian friend who is way too horny and also in third grade.
Yeah, that's weird.
But
it's like that. I don't know. I'd have to rewatch again. I don't know if it's ever like lewd.
Oh, it's pretty explicit.
Oh, okay.
It seems like it to me, at least. It like maybe I'm reading too much into it, but it seemed less. It seemed less innocent than.
Yeah, I just wanted to I just want him to have like a little kiss, like a little.
Yeah, I felt like if like I don't know, it felt like a little much for me. And I was like, okay, she's in third grade. Let's. I mean, Kana maybe not, but the actual girl is in third grade. Let's slow it down here, guys. let's pull in the reins a bit. She can have a little tiny crush. I don't mind. I think the crush is kind of cute. I just think that like her like actually like getting off every time they touch is kind of a little much.
Oh, yeah, okay, when she does, like, that thing. I just took it as, like, she was so... Because, like, they showed her as, like, such a hard-ass in the first episode when they showed her, and then it's like she's just so embarrassed she doesn't know how to handle it.
See, that was what it was at first, but, like, as the stuff goes on, it gets more and more like, oh, this is definitely not that. That's not, like, when they're playing in her room and stuff, and they're playing, what's that game where you have to press the colors?
Simon Says? Simon, like the color wheel thing.
Yeah.
Oh, right, yeah, and their hands touch or something.
And they're touching and stuff. Well, it's not just their hands touch. Like every time they touch, like she gets like more and more
like
freaked
Twister?
out about.
Okay,
Twister.
Yeah, that's kind of weird then.
And like when she sits in her lap and stuff, I'm like, this is like it's getting a little bit weird now.
Don't lewd the dragon lolly.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm perfectly okay with her having. I thought that her having a little crush on her was kind of adorable, but then it's just like they just took that joke a little too far for me.
Yeah, I can see that.
I liked a lot of the other characters. They're all good. Again, I think Kobayashi is an adorable little gremlin. I like when she gets drunk and starts sitting on her like maid tirades. I thought those were really funny.
Oh yeah, drunk Kobayashi. That's like when I said with that show, I couldn't tell you one thing in that show that was like I like that show a lot. It's not anywhere near the top 10, but I liked it a lot. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think.
Yeah, I don't think I would put it in like a top 10 because like. Top things for me have to have like a good story, and Kobayashi doesn't have a story at all. Really, it's just kind of dragons hanging out.
Yeah,
with people.
Yeah, they're kind of just like that.
being cute and like being quirky. That's like the whole story. But and like so it's, because of that, I wouldn't put it like at my top 10 or anything. But it's not it's a fun show to watch. It's a fun, like, good time. You want to have a good time, watch
That's
that
exactly
show.
how I feel. It's like, watch that show if you just need to smile or just feel like a little fuzzy. But then, so I have 2 important questions about that show then for you.
Mm-hmm.
Question 1. This one probably not as the important one. Probably less debate. Who is your best dragon? You know,
the
best boy or girl? Elma?
Who is she?
Elma, the one who shows up and like sucks at everything and is always hungry.
The very end of the show.
Oh my god!
Even though she's all over the intro, but she doesn't show up until like episode 9 or something.
No, Elma's my favorite too. Actually, I think Elma's Garrett's
my favorite
too.
Is she? I thought.
No, because when we had Garrett on, we asked him, remember, and he said Elma.
Yeah. Oh, really? I forgot about that. But
yeah, she's just precious and awful at everything, and I love her.
Yeah, I just like, she's really bad at everything, and she's obsessed with food, and I thought she was cute.
Yeah.
I thought Toru was a little bit too neat, clingy. I thought that was probably why she lost out for ducking Best Dragon. It's like Elma and then like Fafnir. My favorites.
Oh, Fafnir. I was gonna say it's
just because Fafnir is hilarious.
I was gonna say it's Elma for me, and then Lukawa, because she's funny.
There's two big there is 2 big reasons to like Lukawa, I guess.
I mean, I'm more of a thigh man myself, but
oh, I get it. I understand, but I mean, there is a point.
Yes. But then so okay, well that's good. I'm glad we reached mutual ground on this. Second question: do you think it deserved to win Best Comedy over Konosuba?
No.
Okay. See, and that's
not even close.
Yeah, that's like when I say like
I thought it was a funny show. I thought Konosuba like changed comedy manga anime for me.
Yeah.
I used to hate comedy anime, and now I actually don't mind watching them as much.
I don't know. I still am not entirely sold. Again, I'll talk more about it when we talk Hina, but I love Hina Matsuri.
Hina Matsuri is great, but I wouldn't have watched Hina Matsuri had I not watched Konosuba. I guarantee you.
I'd believe that. I don't think I would have watched Hina Matsuri if you and Garrett hadn't talked to me about it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's just the thing. Like, the reason that Konosuba wins out is that I liked it so much that I'm actually like reaching out to other comedy anime. Like, it gave me something I never even knew I wanted.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like, and I'm like, okay, now that's kind of opened that door, now I can kind of start watching that because I've never been interested before that. So I think that it'll probably forever be like the best comedy anime for me, just because I'd never really gotten. I've watched anime with comedic elements, but like there's always like an underlying plot to them that like made them interesting to me. But like Konosuba was the first one where it's like, the plot's stupid, I don't really care about the plot, but man, is this funny.
Yeah, no, I get that. No, I guess that's maybe my thing. Maybe I was just bitter on that. Like, if you twist my arm, I would not call Dragon Maid a comedy, like a hard comedy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I probably would. I think it hasn't. I think it's more comedic than it is a slice of life, at least to me.
I don't know. See, I couldn't, even if you asked me how to describe a slice of life show, I couldn't. But I don't know. Like I said, I like it a lot still.
Oh yeah, it's a good show. I mean, thanks for making me watch it.
Yeah, I'm glad we were actually able to like make each other like a show.
I feel like that was like the first week where we both gave each other something that we both like.
I mean, I didn't hate Fate Stay Night.
Yeah,
it just
that was the
didn't leave an impression. What did I make you watch?
Megas Bride.
Oh, right.
Which I still haven't finished.
It's okay.
I'm like I'm watching it. I just don't know why I can't binge that show. I'm not sure what it is about it. Like, I have to watch it in like 2-episode chunks.
Yeah. See, I will say one more thing with Steins Gate. I had to binge Steins Gate, and I'm upset now that I have to keep waiting week to week for the last.
Yeah, no, that Steins Gate's very bingeable. There's so many twists and turns in that story that like you have no problem just like getting all of it at once.
And I'm just like, I need, and now I'm just like waiting for more Steins Gate Zero because it's really good. Oh, also, this is an important.
You should play the VN.
Also, I don't know, the VN's long.
Yeah, it's long. It's really enthralling, though, especially if you like the story.
I like the story. I like the characters.
It's also all voice acted. So
that's cool.
Yeah. I don't know if the version I have has the English VO. I'm not sure, but it definitely had the Japanese VO, and that made it even harder. That made it even harder for some things.
Oh boy. So yeah, no. Also, the English dub, because I was kind of worried. I watched it dubbed, and I was kind of worried because it was like older Funimation dubs. So I know sometimes they can be really, really bad.
Right.
And there's actually things I like. Okari, I like a lot. I keep calling him his nickname. Freaking, it's not actually Ocarine. Okabe, that's it. I was like, that's what Mayuri calls him. Or Hoin Kyoma!
Yes.
But, no, I just liked, if anything, I think I messaged you as soon as he did this, he called these people chodes as an insult.
Yeah,
I lost my shit. It was like,
which is definitely not in the Japanese one.
Yeah, I don't even know what the translation would be. It's like, why are these people chasing you? He's like, why are these chodes chasing you? And I was like, wait, did he? And then I don't know if I hate it or not, but Daru in the dub uses a lot of like, what would I call it? Like nerd talk. Like he keeps calling it the interwebs.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I hate that or actually really like it. I think I like it.
It kind of got endearing. I don't know if, like, it might not be as, like, Englishified in the Japanese one. Like, I feel like they kind of localize it so it'd make more sense for people, like, non-Japanese, not people who don't understand Japanese humor as much. Which is fine, like, if that's kind of the whole point.
Yeah. But, no, I liked it. I liked the dub. And then it was nice because all the dubs came back. Also, the dub... Man, this is going to be an old reference, but Mayuri in the dub, do you know an old YouTube series called Hey Ash, What You Playing?
Yes, I do remember Hey Ash.
Yeah, that's Mayuri.
Oh, yeah, the Ashley...
Yeah, Ashley... What's-her-face? Yep.
Yeah, she's also the main character in Horizon Zero Dawn.
Really? Neat.
Yeah, and Tiny Tina.
Yeah, I didn't realize she was doing that much stuff.
Yeah, she's big.
Although, who knows?
She made it pretty far.
Yeah, I was going to say, who knows with voice actors? Apparently Magikarp U's Fly is going to be a voice actor.
Is he now?
Did I not send you all that stuff?
I don't think you did. I don't think you sent me that.
So, yeah. I'll just touch on it real quick because he's a funny YouTube guy. But Magikarp U's Fly posted the actual Mundo Spotlight. And then the Funimation official YouTube channel commented on it and is like, hey, that's some quality voice acting right there.
Oh.
And then they contacted his agent. And his agent said, hey, Funimation wants you to put together a quick demo reel, no rush.
Oh.
So he's going to be anime now, boys.
Oh, he's anime now.
Because apparently him doing his toe voice for Mundo.
Yeah, the toe. Yeah, apparently that was good enough for them to take notice.
That's Funimation quality. Yeah, just, come on. Give me a toes.
Give me a toes.
Come on. That's it, I guess.
If that's the moment that gets him into voice acting,
oh my god,
that would just be too perfect.
I would want him to be like somebody big in Hiroaka then or something.
Yes, please.
Yeah, but I think that's enough tangents and everything. Yeah. Do you have anything else you want to tell the lovely dumpster goblins?
I mean, we won't talk about it this week, but Deadpool 2 is pretty good.
Oh, okay.
But,
yeah, I was gonna say previews for next week. Hinamatsuri. Deadpool.
Yeah, Deadpool.
I think Megalobox might be done by the time we record, and I'm just like,
yes, probably, and that'll be something we can talk about, and whatever else Tyler has been getting up to in his spare time.
Yeah. Oh, spoiler! Tyler's coming on next episode.
I mean, mystery guest that we. Anyway, bye. See you later.